Welcome to Tennis Spin, where we put our spin on your tennis. So as many of you know, I've been doing tennis for over 31 years in a retail environment. I'm going to share with you today my favorite things of doing the retail tennis thing and the things I don't like so much. So stay tuned. All right, so guys, so 30 years of doing this, a lot of great things, made a lot of great friends, great memories, met a lot of wonderful people through my experience. That's one of the best things about being in the tennis business. There's a community that comes in very consistently and, interact with you. So most of the time I feel like, Sam Malone at Cheers, everybody knows your name, right? You come in, we talk, I kind of know what you like, some of you know what I like. So it's fun that way, right? We know each other's families, we know each other's idiosyncrasies, we know each other's dislikes. So that's probably one of the best parts of being in this business, because the community is usually small in the neighborhood or in the city. And so I pretty much know everybody that's in tennis. Everybody knows me that's pretty much in tennis. So made a lot of great friends and great relationships. That's, you can't beat that, right? The other thing is I like helping people, right? And what better than helping people than in tennis, right? That's what I do. I'm good at it, and I love, matching people with rackets, shoes, strings, grips, maybe even clothes, right? So I feel like I'm the industry, or I try to be the industry expert in the city and help as many people as I can to, basically be the matchmaker of tennis products to people. So, that's what I like to do, right? So I don't mind stringing. I've been stringing for over 30 years. So it's therapeutic for me sometimes. Lately, I've been taking anywhere from 10 to 20 rackets home and putting on a couple movies and stringing rackets till midnight or 1 a.m. But hey, that's what I do. That's why I'm in the business. But that gets a little tough. My fingers are getting a little sore, right? But that's one of the ones that's a love-hate relationship. You gotta love it because it's paying your bills, and you gotta hate it because it's, you gotta do it so much. But stringing is that way. It's a love-hate relationship. Going into not so loving so much stuff. Like I said, I don't mind stringing, but a lot of people put you under the gun, right? I need it today. I need it in an hour, right? It's like, plan better. Maybe people can buy more rackets so that they wouldn't have to bring one racket in at a time, right? That irks me a lot, right? It's like, you need to like tennis players, I feel some of them need to plan a little better, right? Maybe get 2-3 rackets if you're gonna be breaking strings often, instead of trying to restring the same racket over and over again and putting your stringer under the gun with time constraints that we really don't want to do. So that's one of the things that irks me, right? Is plan a little better, right? Give me 24 hours at least. The other thing is, I don't want to say parents or mothers, especially mothers. It's like they kind of get in the way, like the tiger mothers, as I call them. It's like helicopter mothers, as you guys call them. It's like, let your kid choose. Your kid knows what's best for them most of the time, right? It's, you're trying to pick their shoes, you're trying to pick their clothes, you're trying to pick their racket. Let them choose. They know what they like. if you try to force it on them, you're going to wind up buying what they want later anyways. So I've learned that as a parent, right? Let your kid choose what they want, right? And the worst parent is the one that doesn't even play tennis. It's like, why are you involved? That's why I'm involved, because I probably know what's best for your kid, and you're kind of interjecting in the way, right? What about that one? What about this one? Oh, Johnny has that one. Okay, well, I'll leave you alone, and then you can come to me, or you can pick what you want after a while, because if I can't help you that way, then you can just help yourself, right? But that's what drives me crazy, is the parents that like don't even play the game, that think they know. Like, why? So I even asked the parents, I was like, do you play tennis? Whoa. I get that. Whoa. Well, it's a yes or no answer. Obviously you don't. So let me do my job, right? I'm sure a lot of you people in the retail industry kind of feel the same way I do, don't you? I, like most of you, are an equipment junkie. I love to see new products. I want to see what's new on the market. I want to see what's innovative. So one of my favorite parts of doing this job is I get to see new products before most people. So I have to see them anywhere from 3 months to 8 months in advance, so I can book out the items, meaning order out the items, and before they hit the shelves. So I get to see the newest rackets, I get to see the newest strings, newest balls and shoes, and even clothing and bags. So I get to see all that before it comes out. Sometimes I'm lucky enough to test them as far as 6 to 8 months out. So I really enjoy doing that. And I've also met a lot of incredibly nice people through that process. All my sales reps are great friends of mine and have become that way in the last 30 years. Yeah, and also those guys that come in here and say, oh, I was a 5.0 or a 5.5 or pro level player, and when they whip out their bag, it's like a TIS 6 in the bag. Not that a pro can't play with a TIS 6, but yeah, okay. So just so you guys know, if anybody is knowledgeable behind that counter, maybe somebody like me, right? I can probably tell, if you're telling me the truth, right? I could tell by your equipment that if you could be a 5.0 or could have been a 5.5 or could have toured, toured on tour. So, I kind of have to deal with that fluff every day, and I get it. Tennis is one of those sports that we feel like, we get better watching it on TV just because they make it look so easy. Most people feel like, oh, I can be just as good as those guys, right? So very rarely does anybody walk in saying, oh, I'm a true beginner or I'm a beginner. Most people say, oh, I'm an intermediate. I would say like 80% of the people who walk in say, I'm an intermediate. So tennis is one of those games that, you're a legend in your own mind. It's just how it, for some reason, works, right? So that's why I think, rackets like Pure Drive and Pure Arrow work so well with everybody, because it kind of can make you a legend in your own mind, right? By carrying it around, right? You can look like somebody. I feel like, my place and my calling has always been in the tennis industry. Therefore, I feel like, helping people in tennis is what I'm supposed to do, right? I love customizing rackets. It's one of the most time-consuming things you can do because of all the measuring, the adding, the subtracting of things on a racket. But, I like to do that. It's like I said, it's time consuming, but it's one of the things that, I kind of take pride in when I do it. I also love talking shop, right? I love when tennis is on television or a Grand Slam is on, talking crap about who's going to win and how, how great Nadal is, or, when's Fed going to retire, and, what a, nice or bad person Djokovic is, or did you see what Kyrgios did? Things like that. I love talking shop about, players and predictions and Grand Slams. It's like what I said. You walk into the bar and we talk, right? I feel like it could be a tennis shop and then a bar at the same time, because that's kind of like the atmosphere that a tennis shop has, right? I get, kids up to, grandparents that come in here, and everybody wants to talk tennis, right? How can that not be a great atmosphere? Everybody's kind of on the same page, usually on the same page about tennis, and that's good, right? We all love the game. So after being in this business for over 30 years, there's a lot to like. There's a lot to love about being in the tennis business, right? It was my dream to be in the business as a teenager, and I've kind of lived it. So just there's a couple minor things in there that, you just kind of have to deal with on a daily or weekly basis. But, it's not bad. It's tennis, right? How can you hate tennis, right? Thank you for watching Tennis Spin, where we put our spin on your tennis.